Hello guys, welcome to Cooking with Scotty. Today we're going to make a full breakfast plate including eggs, bacon, and pancakes. Now we're in the pancake segment, so let's get right into it. Okay, so now we're going to crack an egg into our working bowl. And the reason that we're using a working bowl is to make sure that we don't overspill or have any eggshells. So now we're going to pour the egg into our bowl. Now we are going to scoop a quarter cup of sugar, and over our mixing bowl, we're going to make sure we get the perfect amount and pour it into our mixing bowl. Next is going to be our salt. We are going to be measuring it out, but you really only need a pinch. So just scoop some salt and get it into your hands. And just take a little pinch and pinch it in. And then after, you pour the rest of your salt into the side. After you've done that, you can then add half a cup of milk over your mixing bowl again so you don't overspill. This time, you don't need to strain it with a knife. Pour that into our mixture. Now we're gonna do 1.5 tablespoons of oil over the mixing bowl just so we don't mess anything up. But we're gonna be using half a tablespoon and 1 tablespoon, so 1.5 tablespoons. Now we are going to pour half a tablespoon of vanilla extract and measure it over our working bowl. Then we're going to put this into our mixing bowl. Now we're going to whisk it until it all combines into a mixture. Now we are going to get 1 cup of all-purpose flour and measure it over our working bowl. But since flour is a little messy, I think I may measure it over the sink. So let's head over there now. Okay, now we are going to flatten it all so we have the perfect amount over our working bowl. Now we are going to add 1 teaspoon of baking powder and measure it over our working bowl. And add into our mixture. After this, we are going to whisk until we get a smooth batter. And your consistency should look like this. After that, we're gonna grab our mixture and bring it over to the stove. Before we start making the pancakes, we're gonna have to oil the pan. after the pan is oiled, we have to put it to low to medium heat. Once your pan is oiled and heated, take approximately 2 tablespoons of mix and put it into your pan. And you're gonna wait for it to bubble. Once the bubbles stop, you're gonna scoop it up and flip it. And onto another plate. And now that's one delicious pancake ready for you. Okay, now we're gonna move on to the scrambled eggs. Now that I've cracked the 2 eggs into a bowl, I'm gonna scramble them and then put them into the pan on medium heat. Them slowly back and forth in the pan until they start to take their shape. And occasionally break them up. Take your eggs, bring them to your plate, and put them on. They should be nice and fluffy and scrambled. After, put the pan back onto the stove, spatula down, and you're gonna get a pinch of salt. This is preference, you don't have to add salt. You can also add pepper, but we're not doing that. And that's it for the eggs. Okay, so now after you're done on the eggs, you're gonna put as many slices of bacon as you want into a pan and wait a few minutes until you have to flip them. Once it's starting to cook, get an adult to help you, flip it, and put it into a plate to dab off. Now, we're gonna wrap it up in paper towel and dab it until all the grease is off. Because hot oil is really dangerous. You don't want to get burned by that.
No.
And once most of the hot oil is off, you can bring it right onto your plate. Still, it's not ready to touch, so make sure pick it up with your spatula that you flipped it with, or anything else that can get under it. And that is how you make a perfect breakfast plate. Now, after all this cooking, I'm finally gonna try my awesome breakfast plate. See how it tastes. That's good. Thank you guys for cooking with me. See you next time. Small bite for my helper. I know they say not to feed dogs at the table. This is an island.